What inspired me to enroll in the LUCA program was very much the concept of being able to help people. I was a process engineer who set up plants, tore down plants, and now recently took over a plant. So the coach concept to me, people were resources. We were employees in a company, we all had a job to do, we just had to get through it. When I became a leader, that shift of being the doer to helping other people do and be successful suddenly came to light for me. And that idea that as a leader where you can actually influence and coach people to be more successful at what they're doing all day long just naturally seemed to make sense to make me a more successful leader. So it was a big transition to go from people are just a resource to people are creative, resourceful, and whole, the way LUCA looks at them, and really give them the time and the effort to put into them to help develop them to be successful in whatever they were doing in the company themselves. And it just was a really nice shift that I went through over the last 6 months. I now feel with this training that I've got a much better connection to my staff, to my team, to my employees. The loyalty that I have is phenomenal. My team is right there, always watching out for me. I get spread pretty thin. I'm a general manager of a big manufacturing plant. I have people coming up to me and pointing out what might be missed before it happens. They have a vested interest to support me. They feel comfortable coming and approaching me with any topic that might be on their mind. It's a really different type of team environment. The culture is phenomenal. And that's one of the things that my last couple of hires that we've done in the last few months have specifically called out. It's the culture that we have in this plant is really different than any other manufacturing plant that they've worked in. And I think that that's a big part of what I've brought to the table now with my shift and approach of people and how to treat them and how to deal with them and how to support them to be successful.
I've considered a few schools when I first became a coach, and I've not seen a curriculum that touched on so much.
What made me enroll in the LUCA coaching training, quite frankly, was Robin. Robin Altman is an incredible instructor, incredible facilitator, and I've been fortunate to have had the opportunity to work closely with Robin over a number of years. And when I found out about the LUCA program that she was creating, I thought I have to check this out. I have to be part of this program because Robin is, quite frankly, one of the best executive coaches I know and one of the top coaching facilitators in the world.
What would make someone choose, and I've recommended people to choose LUCA, is because of Robin, her knowledge, her style, her commitment, her enthusiasm for the subject. She is constantly keeping herself aware, of thinking and evolution in coaching and ways of approaching it and different techniques and styles. So I feel very confident when I refer people to LUCA because of Robin.
Robin's had many years of experience as a coach trainer. And so bringing that into her own school, LUCA, I think was just a natural extension of where she should be. I find that her approach to teaching fits with my approach to learning, which is not to just spoon feed, but to ask important questions and create that insight. It's almost like bringing the coach approach to facilitation. So from that perspective, the learners, I think, can customize their learning based on the fact that each of us are different. So each of us are learning something different from Robin at the same time. So I think that's quite amazing as a facilitator.
This is my first foray into coaching completely. I'm an engineer. I went from looking at people as being resources and part of what makes up a manufacturing plant to being individuals and a big part of a team, not just a resource. There's a lot of shift that had to happen there for me to get through that. And she navigated me through that with very little fight. It was very smooth and very easy the way that happened. It was really nice.
When doing research of all of the different coaching options that are out there, there's really a range from the very data-driven, analytical, to the very emotional. LUCA for me, first of all, LUCA means the bringer of light. Who wouldn't want that? Simply put, the concept of the brand is really understanding that there are many different types of wisdom, and those types of wisdom include the mind, but also the heart, and coaching the whole person and all aspects of that person's wisdom. For me, LUCA is based on that understanding. And so if one tends to be a leader that is more in your head versus in your heart, or the other way around, seeking a balance and understanding how to coach the whole person. The material is so supported by experts in various fields that add credibility to all of that. It's been missing in the market, in my mind, of what offering is out there. So it's a very human brand, human-focused, human-centric offering. For me, it was a natural choice. But I would say if someone's looking for that this is the kind of experience that one would get with signing up for a program with LUCA.
Someone would choose LUCA over other training institutes. I keep going back to these, but I do love the curriculum. It is balanced, there's breadth, there's enough time to really reflect on it, there's this immersive experience that I really appreciated. So I think that is one, and the other one is you get to learn from a coach who's done this for far longer than most of us. Robin had mentored me before as well, so I knew her, and she has this passion for facilitation that I think is rare. Like, not all facilitators feel that way. You get that energy from her.
As a coaching facilitator, Robin brings an incredible amount of energy and just a dynamic presence. Sometimes online learning can feel like you're isolated or separated and not necessarily drawn in and connected. That's not the case with Robin. Robin brings you into the conversation. She makes sure that there's room for everybody to contribute. It almost feels like you're shaping the curriculum in real time. As you are participating in the curriculum, it's that tailored to the experience of the cohort that Robin creates as a facilitator.
In my professional life, I've always been curious about all these gurus that are out there, the Tony Robbins and the like. And I would catch myself thinking, oh, I wish I got in on the ground floor of that. You know, when that person was just beginning, getting close to that and having the experience of learning from a master. What Robin's doing with LUCA is that opportunity in Toronto, in Canada, because it's online. It's an opportunity that anyone in any place in the world could tap into. It is that it gave me the sense and gives me the sense of being close to someone who is really a leader in her field. So what happens with Tony Robbins and those other greats is they become bigger than what they're offering. And then for me, it gets skewed by the fame and by that. So I would just say that the credentials that back Robin's approach to what she's offering with LUCA, it's sort of a best kept secret. And for those people that can make the decision to get in early, you not only will have the benefit of working with Robin and gaining from her experience, but because she's so open, have the opportunity to impart and to participate and to shape something that's going to affect and have impact on hundreds and thousands of other people. That's rare.
As I understand it, the word LUCA means bringer of light, and that's Robin. Robin is the bringer of light, and I couldn't think of a better metaphor and, I suppose, reality that Robin is the founder behind LUCA.